Budda Baker, two-time All-Pro, three-time Pro Bowler, not too shabby, number 19 on the all-time list for somebody drafted in the second round, but just as recently as 2017 from the Arizona Cardinals here on the Rich Eisen Show. So JJ just came off the PUP. What's it been like to have JJ Watt added to this team when he personally chose you? I mean, I'm sure he had tons of options. It also included his hometown team and a team with his brother on it. And he's like, I'm going to Arizona. What did that mean to you?
Oh, man, it's definitely exciting, to have another guy like that on the D-line that's going to cause havoc in the run game, in the pass game. Man, it makes my job as a safety a lot easier. I'm accustomed to having 100-plus tackles each and every year, which is, great doing my job, but at the end of the day, it's definitely exciting to have another playmaker in J.J. Watt, a guy who's been doing this for a long time, to be on our team to match with, guys like, Chandler Jones and, Marcus Golden, Corey Peters. Our D-line is very stacked. Jordan Phillips. I definitely feel like our D-line has got better, and I'm excited to see what we're going to be able to do.
Well, I mean, what you're going to be able to do is start off against the Tennessee Titans. I think you know who might be coming downhill that day, right?
Oh, yeah.
Budda, right?
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on King Henry maybe trying to go back-to-back 2,000-yard seasons here? What are your thoughts on that?
That is a good, a good goal for him to have.
Yes.
And
What's your goal? What's your goal?
My goal is to not allow a lot of yards. I mean, he's definitely one of the best running backs. Our goal is to definitely stop the run. That's what we're going to have to do first. They can give that ball to him 20, 30 times a game. So we got to stop that run, because if we don't stop it, they're just going to keep running it and running it and running it. So
I thought you were
first and foremost, stop that run.
I thought you were saying that one thing you want to try to avoid is being that poster where with his arm extended that we've seen him do to some.
Not at all. I'm not worried about that. I know. I've seen that before. I know what I'm going against.
Do you go high or low on somebody like Derrick Henry? What do you do?
I mean, me being a smaller safety,
yes.
You definitely got to hit those thigh boards. So low, definitely got to hit those thigh boards. If you hit high, 9 times out of 10, he's going to run you over.
Oof.
So that's just the laws of physics, though. So with me, just velocity, speed, hit them thigh boards and wrap up, most definitely. Because if I don't wrap up, he couldn't run you over again, At the end of the day, you might hit his thigh boards, and he will keep running. So you got to wrap up on a guy like Derrick Henry, for sure.
So what's the goal? Are you guys talking Super Bowl? Like, how does that conversation go in your locker room?
For us, I mean, of course, each and every team wants to win a Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
But you can't win a Super Bowl in week 1. So for us, we just got to take it day by day. We're going through camp right now. We have one more preseason game, taking it day by day, week by week. And all that Super Bowl talk, playoff talk, that will all come if we can continue to keep it day by day, week by week, and have that mentality that we're going to compete each and every day, each and every week, and all those accolades and all those big things that teams want to do, that will all come in time.
Any conversation within your locker room about the emphasis on taunting and the 15-yard flags that we're seeing thrown in the preseason so far, Budda? Any conversation about that at all?
Yeah, there's definitely emphasis for sure. Like looking down on players after making a play. That I've seen a lot of refs, bear down on that. So definitely not doing that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, we can still be excited. We can still cheer. Be happy. We just don't gotta, go face to face with the opposite players. So we're still gonna celebrate now, but it's a way of celebrating.
Okay. How much did you celebrate when Jamal Adams signed for that amount of money in Seattle, Budda?
Oh man, that was awesome.
Yeah. Player. So how quickly do you call your agent when something like that happens, Budda?
I mean, for me, I kind of have marked up my deal. I got my deal done last year, so
right.
Of course it's always going to go up. So for him,
no, again, I know you're taken care of, and I don't mean to stir any trouble for your team at all. But
yeah, no,
it's one of those things. Like whenever I see a deal in my business, my agent gets a phone call.
Hey,
Usually in about a half an hour. You know, I try to be present for my children, Budda, I'll be honest with you. But, you know, my agent hears from me. That caller ID is going to show up with my number. That's for sure. You know. So the Prez getting pizzade that, and you can be able to point. That's what I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Hey,
In the future?
you know, hey, he gets paid. I mean, next guys coming up are going to be the Fitzpatricks, the Eddie Bates, the Bates, all those guys. So, you know, when my time comes again in 4 years, we'll see what happens. But right now, I'm definitely blessed on my deal, and I'm just excited for this season.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.